Hello and welcome to Experience Fulton, Healthy Aging, a podcast for and about older adults. I'm your host, Ladisa Onilagu. You're invited to experience this wonderful county and the people who are making a great impact in the lives of older adults. We're all aging, so why not do it in the healthiest and most engaged way possible? So let's get started. Joining me today is Andre Gregory, Program Manager for the Fulton County Department of Senior Services. Andre, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you experience Fulton.
Well, I'm originally from Ohio. Big Ohio State Buckeye fans, had to throw that in there. The winters in Ohio was so bad. And even though I grew up in Ohio, I decided one day I got to go. So I moved to Atlanta. And 30 days after being here, I got a job with Fulton County and been here for the last 25 years. It's been great. And living in Fulton County, it's like every little city in Fulton County has their own little special thing, special events, special attractions. And so everywhere you go, there's something going on. And many of the things are free. I'm not used to that from where I came from, Ohio. Okay. So I've been enjoying Fulton County, and Fulton County's been good to me.
Okay, excellent. Well, I am very happy to work with you every day in the department, and I've learned a lot from you and your team over the years about our seniors in the multipurpose facilities. So I continue to say the word facility and not center. Andre, is there more to this? Is a name just a name? Or is there a reason why Fulton County has designated the multi-purpose locations as facilities versus centers?
Okay. Centers, we have quite a few of those, and they are smaller senior centers, focal points where seniors can come and have day programming. And so they're smaller in size and they're different in setup. The centers are for semi-independent seniors, and the multi-purpose facilities are for independent seniors. So in the neighborhood centers, they'll do a lot of things in groups, okay, and they're more for the neighborhood. The multi-purpose facilities are more regional, and so they cover multiple neighborhood centers. It's much larger. Our multi-purpose facilities range between 35,000 to 43,000 square feet, and we have 4 of them, and we run it like a college campus. So they really are distinctive, exclusive parts of our programming. One provides a lunch at no cost. The other, you pay for the lunches at a very reasonable cost. So the emphasis is on levels of independence. Yeah. Though they're really close, we don't do, in our multipurpose programming, we don't emphasize group activities. We emphasize individuals choosing where they want to go and what they want to do.
Okay, I think that helps anyone watching and listening understand and start to understand the uniqueness of senior multipurpose facilities. Andre, will you paint a visual picture of a senior multipurpose facility, the look of it, the experience when you walk through the door? What can an older adult expect?
The first thing I tell people when I talk about this topic is you got to reimagine. When you speak of our multi-purpose facilities, it's not really the senior facility that people are used to. And when you walk into one of our 4 multi-purpose facilities, depending on what's going on in the dining room, you may hear music going, and you'll see a whole bunch of seniors doing line dancing. Line dancing is a way to have fun, but it's also a way to have to get exercise. So when a person walks in, like I said before, we run it like a college campus. They know what they have on that day, certain classes they want to go to. They might want to get in our pool, to use the pool, or use the gym. So when you walk to our facility, you'll see everybody has something to do. No one's really just sitting around. There's so many different activities going on in our facility that we're proud to say that it's definitely a facility for healthy aging, for that independent senior. And a lot of our seniors come in and they're so youthful. You know, they're wearing out our treadmills. They're getting the weights in. And many times we even have to card them just to make sure that they're 55. So I tell people all the time, just reimagine what a senior facility looks like. Yes. And imagine it being as innovative as possible. And that's us.
Okay. What do you have any stories that come to mind? I'm always interested in the face of the people that are walking into our facilities every single day. I have a couple that come to mind, but I want to hear from you first. Anything that just really stands out to you?
Recently, I went to a evening celebration at the Benson facility. And I saw these seniors dancing and having fun. And the one senior that I knew, I've known her for a long time, never knew her age. And she walked over to me and she said, Andre, I love to dance. She said, at 91 years old, I still love to dance. And she was dancing like she was in her 50s. Her knees were better than mine. And it's just a wonder to see that these people are still living in their youthful age, kind of, so to speak, and we're able to help them stay in that youthful, active kind of age. Our namesake, Dorothy Benson, may she rest in peace, but when she was alive and coming to the facility, she was in her late 80s, still doing samba.
Yes.
And we have a lot of seniors who will come to our facilities, recommended by their doctor, and their doctor will tell them, go to one of the facilities and get in the pool. They'll come in using a walker. And within 3 or 4 months, they'll build up their muscles and things, and they won't need the walker anymore. No, and they're so proud to tell you, hey, I left my walker at home. So those are kind of the inspirational kind of stories and things that we've seen in our facility. Just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many others.
Oh, my goodness. I join in your excitement and just some of the thinking of the seniors that come in, the dancing. I can't keep up with them. Just to let anyone know, all of our facilities have line dancers, and it is about fun and fellowship, but it is that healthy aspect of it. The pools, those are great stories, and I hope people who are listening and watching will think about and consider how our senior multipurpose facilities can help them age well.
Yeah. We've had seniors who've been married for 40, 50 years and lost their spouse.
Yes.
And their kids will come and say, hey, I just need my dad to be active. I said, just get him through the door. We'll take it from there. And we've had that occur many a times. And we sit them down, we show them throughout the facility. Next thing you know, they start making friends. They start wanting to come and not being dragged there, but they want to come, they want to talk, they want to go on their trips. It's almost like a rebirth for many of them to know that their peers are out there and they're just as young and as vibrant as they are or want to be. So a lot of times people are just so shocked when they walk through the doors and the first thing they say is, well, I wasn't expecting this.
As you're talking about the seniors that come, I'm thinking about you and the team that you lead. So our seniors would not have a facility and programming to participate in if it wasn't for your staff members. And so that's very important. Will you tell us the names of the 4 multipurpose facilities and then the programs, just nutrition and whatnot?
Great. I'll go from the northern portion of Fulton down to southern. The further north we go is the Dorothy C. Benson Senior Multipurpose Complex. That's the only one of the 4 facilities whose name is slightly different because we added a neighborhood center to that complex. So it's unique and it's known as the complex. We have the Helena S. Mills Senior Multipurpose Facility. Then we have the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility. Those 2 facilities are in Atlanta. So the Mills facility is off of Freedom Parkway, and the Darnell facility is in the Southwest Atlanta area. And then our last Senior Multipurpose facility is further south, which is the HJC Senior Multipurpose, HJC Bowden Senior Multipurpose Facility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And all of our facilities are named after just prominent advocates in our communities that have fought tirelessly for seniors and senior programming, and we celebrate their efforts by naming them as part of our 4 multipurpose facilities.
That's right.
In our facilities, our programming, we break them up in 4 areas. We got life enrichment, which is art. We have painting, drawing, clay. These are all classes that they register for every quarter. So you don't just throw a piece of clay on the table and say, good luck. We have syllabus. Like I said, we run it like a college campus. They register for their classes. So in the life enrichment side, we have our art, all of our art mediums. And then we also have computer on life enrichment. Computer is fun, but it's also to the point where it's a necessity.
Yes, it is.
So because of that digital divide, we want our seniors to know how to use laptops, use mobile devices. You'll go to a doctor's office and they'll hand you iPads to check in. So it's very important that we make sure our seniors are on the cutting edge when it comes to technology. During COVID, we introduced them to Zoom and virtual classes and things. We thought they would struggle to pick up, but their desire to see one another helped that bell curve. And so now they can add that to their resume, that they know how to get in there and work virtual classes and attend virtual meetings and things. On our health and fitness side, we have classes that take place on land, and we have classes that take place in water. In our land classes, we have classes like yoga, tai chi, step aerobics. We have a gym where we teach people how to use equipment in our circuit training classes. In our water classes, we have aqua bikes where we have a bike training class in our pools. We have arthritis classes that take place in the pool. So a lot of the times the land classes that take place, we can do a couple of those actually in the water because it's better on your joints and things to do that same class and do it in the water. So our last area, and though it's not actual class, it's our nutrition services. Now there's two things in our facility if they go down. If the pool goes down or if the cafeteria is closed. And the reason why it's a nutrition services, it's the actual service, a program, is because we serve complete meals at a very reasonable cost. Right. I mean, we're talking breakfast like $2.16, a full breakfast. A full lunch can be $3.27. We're talking about entrees and everything. And so people are able to ensure they get a nutritious meal, and a lot of times they'll buy two meals and they'll eat one for lunch and take one home later for dinner. So we can ensure that our seniors that are coming to our facilities being active not only are getting socialization, getting health and fitness, but they're also eating nutritiously every day.
So many things come to mind as you walk through, and thank you for painting that picture. I'll start with the latter, the nutrition, and people are probably saying, wow, how can I sign up? But the Fulton County Board of Commissioners has allocated funding to our programs since the Office of Aging, 1991, even before that through contracts. But it's so important because we know, as you said earlier, there's some people that have lost spouses, men that don't cook for themselves anymore. They rely on our meals, and there are seniors that are living on a fixed income. So the cost may seem very low to an average working adult, but for an older adult that's already worked, retired, and desires to continue living life well with friends, but on a fixed income, we're glad to be able to provide that.
Yeah, with rising food costs too currently, it's nice to know that we haven't forgotten about that essential area, which is nutrition, and make sure that anyone who wants it, who wants a nutritious meal, who's of the age of 55 or older, can come and get that from us.
And it's not salty.
No.
Okay.
No.
Even though some seniors desire more salt.
No, our chefs do a good job of using alternative seasoning and spices and things, and it saves the taste of the food. I guess it probably tastes so well they think this got to be salt.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Every year the nation celebrates Older Americans Month. It's in May, but that's just an opportunity for us to showcase what we do, what your team does every single day. And when I think about the life enrichment art programming, when I walk into those facilities, I feel like I'm getting a free tour of an art museum because the artwork is just so exquisite. And some of our seniors have admitted that they never took art a day in their life, but when they come to our facilities,
yeah, many of them. We start off with a lot of times individuals will say, "Well, I went to art studios and things, and the class was just a little bit too expensive." And then we tell them, "Well, come and look at some of our classes." And they come and they realize at no cost. I never say free because this is tax dollars money, but at no cost, these individuals can jump into paintings, and not only just like I said earlier, put a canvas in front of them to good luck, but they'll come in with an instructor-led class to teach them the basic arts of painting and sculpting and will throwing. And next thing you know, they're tapping into a skill and ability that they didn't think they had. Many will say, Andre, I had 3 kids and a husband. I didn't have the time to be taking no art classes. But now I painted this. And you're like, wow, and they've gotten so advanced in our art classes, and they've developed so many different art items and things that all of our facilities have a day that we spotlight those, and we call them the Evening of the Arts. And so families and friends actually get to come out and see what they develop in our art classes. And mostly everyone are surprised, like, wow, Mom, I didn't know you could paint like this. And she's like, I didn't know either until I took the class. And so that's always great to see.
Yeah.
And it's also another way of keeping our seniors healthy. It's fun to be able to create things, but those motor skills, those fine motor skills and things, we're activating those to make sure those stay in place. So art, it's nice, it's fun, but there's also another aspect of it all that brings a benefit.
And I was going to talk about the second part of our title of the podcast, Experience Fulton, Healthy Aging. You've talked a lot on the physical health part of it, but the cognitive health, and we know that the left brain is logic, right brain's where the artistry and the creativity thrive and live, and we have an opportunity to help our seniors tap into that part of the brain and to continue with healthy aging. Is there any other comment that you have on healthy aging in our facilities? Yeah,
healthy aging is very important. So we design specific programs around it. We have a program called Senior Medicare Wellness Events. And so that's when seniors can come in, speak to a medical professional, and get a proactive view of their medical situation. So the difference between an annual assessment, and an annual physical is that the physical is what's taking place right here, right now in your medical history. The assessment is more proactive to keep you out of a crisis. So when you do go to take your physical, they're like, wow, you're doing so much better. So when you do the assessments, it helps you to look at areas of concern and fix them before they become a crisis. And so we offer that at no cost, partnering with Grady Health Systems to help our seniors stay healthy. We have classes on chronic health issues and how to deal with those kinds of things. We have on staff at each one of our multipurpose facilities social services coordinators who do an assessment of each of our participants to see where they are and what other programs we might have that can help them. So some people might just think, oh, I want to come to the facility and I want to take an art class. But did you know we also offer this in another part of our department? So a lot of times people, what they see, they think that's all we have. But our social services coordinators are able to do a case management kind of a thing and look at any other possible needs they may have and give them resources.
Andre, if someone is watching or listening right now and they want to join a multi-purpose facility in Fulton County government, where do they start?
One of the easiest way to start is just to call our Star Line. It's our hub of our facility, of all of our facilities and department of programs. They give them a call. They may ask them a couple questions where they live and give them the nearest multipurpose facility. They can also go on the Fulton County website under Senior Services Department, and we have a list of all of our 4 multipurpose facilities, location and phone numbers.
Okay, well, great. As I'm looking at you, I'm thinking about just one more story of healthy aging and experiencing how our seniors are experiencing these facilities. And I walked into the Helene S. Mills facility one day, into their pool area, just thinking I would say hey to the staff, but no. What I walked in on was a water volleyball game where our staff was in the pool with the seniors, but they were hitting that beach ball across the net like it was no one's business. And so they're really competitive, but that just came to mind. I just wanted to share.
They look for, it's funny because you would think that maybe they wouldn't be so stressed about competition, but when you incorporate some kind of competition in there, they are going for the gold against their best friends. And they will sit together at lunch and talk and laugh about it. But I've also noticed that they're very competitive with our volleyball team and swimming competition that we compete in. It's nice, and it's nice to know that they don't have to give up those things they love. Even when it applies to competition, they can still be competitive with their peers, and that's one of the great things about our facility, that it's geared towards senior adults and them interacting with each other, whether it's life enrichment or it's competition in our health and fitness classes.
Wow, Andre, well, thank you so much for this conversation. Do you have any closing thoughts that you'd like to share with our viewing and listening audience?
I would just like for our listening audience to know once again, reimagine and think innovative when you think about our 4 senior multipurpose facilities. I said earlier, we have so many people coming that we actually have to card them. We have so many individuals who still maintain that youthful spirit that I think many people will enjoy and be infectious. We don't want to be Fulton County's best kept secret. We want people to know that this is your tax dollars at work and they should come and see us.
Thank you, Andre, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And thanks for joining us on Experience Fulton Healthy Aging, an original podcast of the Fulton County Department of Senior Services. Remember to click the like button and subscribe to the Fulton County Government Television YouTube channel. We hope that you learned a lot about our department, our offerings to older adults through multipurpose facilities. And if you want to learn more, again, make sure you contact us at our star line, 404-613-6000. Until next time, take care.